Hello, how's it going? My name is Jacob Rouse, and I am part of the Point Loma Nazarene University Masters of Organizational Leadership cohort. And this video is to give you a little bit more of a background on who I am, what I do, and kind of what I think about ethics. So I was born and raised in Northern Orange County in a tiny city called Cypress, California. Chances are, if you haven't, if you're not from that area, if you don't go that area often, you probably haven't heard of Cypress. I always describe it as the boring little city placed in the middle of all the larger, more fun cities, such as Long Beach, Huntington Beach, Anaheim. Disneyland's right around the corner. We have a Costco. That's pretty much what we're known for. So I was born in Cypress, born to two loving parents, and with three older sisters. So I did manage to survive that. And since then, my family has continued to grow. I have two brother-in-laws, one brother-in-law to be. My sister's currently engaged. And then something that's also interesting about me and that makes me special is that I actually already have seven nieces and nephews. So it's never a dull moment around my house up in Orange County. They make life a whole lot more fun. They're rowdy, they're crazy. They're all under the age of 8. So there's an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and then I think an 8-month-old. I'm not totally sure. I lose track. But it's definitely a fun environment, and they just bring a lot of joy to my life. I was born and raised in Cypress, but after high school, when I graduated, I went to Point Loma Nazarene University. And I ultimately decided to pursue a degree in business marketing. Really enjoyed that degree. But one of the reasons that I picked it was because it was fairly broad, and I didn't know what I really wanted to pursue. And to be honest, I'm kind of still in that same boat, having been graduated for 2 years now. I love the degree because it was broad, but it also, leaves a lot of freedom and options open. And I simply don't totally know what that next step looks like. Currently, I am an undergraduate admissions counselor at Point Loma Nazarene University, and I thoroughly enjoy that job in this position. I've been working here for about a year and a half, and it's been amazing. Basically, my role is to interact with prospective students and families. I travel, I recruit, I manage applications, I review applications, pretty much from the point a student is interested in Point Loma to the second they step foot on campus as a first-time freshman. I am their main point of contact. Thoroughly enjoy this position. I don't necessarily think it's something I want to do super long term. So as far as what I want to do next, I'm not totally sure. And I'm really hoping that enrolling in getting my master's of organizational leadership will help me in kind of narrowing in on what I want that next move to be. At the same time, one aspect that I do like about this degree and about this program is that it is broad, and that it is something that can be implemented in a lot of different areas in fields of work. So we'll see. I don't totally know what that next step looks like, but there is a cool freedom in not knowing, what I could be doing 5 years from now. So we'll see. Just trusting in the Lord, taking it step by step, and day by day, and yeah, being content and knowing that I really enjoy my current line of work and my position, and yeah, just kind of excited to see what's next. As far as my professional life and how ethical I found, my business and organizational climate to be, working in higher ed, especially within a private Christian university setting, I do find my workplace to be extremely ethical. We as employees are treated very well. Our office is healthy and thriving. We have open lines of communication. I feel like my supervisors treat me and respect me in a way that is very ethical. I would say that as a part of the admissions process, as a part of admitting students into the university, there are various policies and procedures and points of view that I don't totally agree with, and that I guess I could deem, in a sense, unethical. And when it comes to admitting students, we as a university want, students from various backgrounds, ethnic backgrounds, racial backgrounds, socioeconomic backgrounds, and I totally agree with that. That's totally healthy. In order for there to be a thriving environment, all of those things, diversity in those ways are needed. But there are ways of giving priority to different students depending on where they come from, what background they have. That sometimes is difficult for me to digest and deal with, especially having a hand in being one of those decision makers. But in saying that, I recognize that no system is perfect, and I look forward to over the next year, especially with the knowledge gained from this course, seeing the different ways that I could potentially impact those policies, procedures that I don't necessarily agree with, and can kind of help shape those moving forward. So overall, my place of work is very ethical. There are different practices and policies and procedures that I might not agree with and that could be deemed unethical, but it's never coming from a place of bad motivation or anything like that. So I'm extremely fortunate and blessed to work in the environment that I do. As far as the business environment of today and as a whole, I would say within the last 5 to 10 years, especially business to consumer, it has become more ethical. I think businesses have recognized, with the millennial generation and Generation Z, we do tend to prioritize, ethical practices, social justice, social activism, transparency, and I think businesses have caught on to that. And I think one major tool that they've leveraged and utilized has been social media, to give us a little bit more insight as to their sustainable practices, to give them a platform to market, give back campaigns, things of that nature. I think there really has been a shift to, in a lot of senses, being more ethical, transparent, and sustainable in the way that businesses carry out their practices and implement their policies for the consumer. As far as businesses internally within organizations, especially in my field, I think it varies as far as over the course of the last 5 to 10 years, if it's more or less ethical. I think it depends on the specific organization, specific field that you're looking at. As far as higher ed, I wouldn't say that it's become less ethical, but I do think that private Christian universities have been kind of battling and walking this fine line of staying true to morals and convictions and principles, but also, battling, conforming to today's social constructs and the expectations of society. Some of that conformity I would deem unethical. Others might not. But there is kind of this weird paradigm that Christian higher ed is trying to navigate of staying true to itself, but also, maybe not being seen as oppressive or fundamentalistic when compared to, the way private Christian university is or education has been looked at in the past. So I would say it's just as ethical, if not more. But there might be other people that would deem it unethical. All that to say, I'm really excited to go through this course and in this class and to learn a lot more about this. I know that my knowledge in this area is not where it could or should be, and I'm really appreciative of the fact that this course is a part of our program and the fact that it's you're able to implement it regardless of where you work, regardless of what my next step might be. This knowledge is something that's going to be helpful regardless. So really look forward to it. Sorry I talked so much. If you made it to the end of this video, I applaud you. Congratulations, you stuck it out. But really thankful for this class and this opportunity, and I look forward to interacting with you guys moving forward. All right, take care. Hope you have a great rest of your day.